Hey, we are back. It is Saturday afternoon and we are just getting going here. Can you get it up over here too? Hold on a second. We're going to get it up in front of me too. Maybe if you can. Hold on a second. Today we are going to be making skinny green enchiladas, chicken enchiladas. So totally excited. Hold on, I'm trying to see over here so I can see the comments here. Okay, there we go. I'm ready. As people start to get logged in here. So this recipe today is inspired by Ronnie, the ultimate awesome bestest trainer at Orange Theory. She put this recipe on her Insta story a couple weeks ago, and credit to our other trainer at Orange Theory, Christina, for this recipe. And the thing that I loved about this is that I had never heard of extra thin corn tortillas. I mean, did you even know they made such a thing? So you can actually have 3 tortillas for the same calories and points on Weight Watchers as 2 regular. So how cool is that? So of course I went on like this mad hunt to find these extra thin tortillas, and I did finally find them. They actually had them at our Rouse here, but of course they don't have them now. So when I want to make this recipe, they don't have them. But for all of you that didn't know, like I didn't know, they do exist, and extra thin corn tortillas are a thing. So I am gonna put these together here. I have had the chicken is here in the crock pot that I have cooked all day, and it is shredded and cooked, and just I cooked it in a little bit of chicken stock, a little bit of cumin, and now what I'm gonna do, a little bit, I'm gonna flavor this chicken so you guys can see this, but you can't see it. And can you help me here? You can't see the crock pot. So here you go, I'll just pull it out so you can see. So in this crock pot here, I'm gonna add a teaspoon, probably 2 teaspoons, because I have 6 chicken breasts in the crock pot here. So I'm gonna put some chili powder. We're gonna flavor up our chicken. Now it's already cooked, so you can see what's in here. Just a big crock pot full of shredded chicken. And I'm gonna put some chili powder, probably a teaspoon and a half, 2 teaspoons. I mean, it's not super important how exactly much it is. We're just trying to get some flavors in here. So chili powder, and then some cumin, which I have here. I'm gonna put, I cooked it in some cumin and some chicken broth. So I'm just gonna do about a teaspoon or so of cumin, like a heaping teaspoon in there of that. And then it calls for 2 tablespoons of honey. So I'm just gonna do a couple squirts of that in there, squirt away. And then we're gonna do, it called for garlic salt. I'm not a big fan of garlic salt, so I just crushed up some regular garlic. We're gonna throw that in, the real deal on the garlic. And I'm gonna throw in, I kept the cooking liquid that the chicken cooked in. I'm gonna add just a little bit of that to soften it up and mix these spices in. And then I have a fresh lime here that I squeezed that is about 2 limes worth of lime juice. And I also did some of the skin, the rind in there, because I just love when it gives such good flavor when you have the fresh rind. So I'm gonna put some lime in the coconut, and I'm gonna mix all this up so all the chicken gets all the yummy spices on it. So the recipe also called for Christina's version. And if you want to see all the photos, they're on Ronnie Razor's Instagram. She has this on her Instagram, this recipe. But it says an insane or inhumane amount of cilantro goes in this chicken. I'm not a big cilantro lover, so I am not putting the insane amount of cilantro into this recipe. So this is just getting mixed up, but the lime juice is gonna make it yummy. All these things. Okay, so my chicken then just looks a little, I need a little more liquid in here, and I'll show you what this looks like. But it looks delish. Getting it it all mixed up. So you can see we've got our flavored chicken ready to go here. There's Steph. Stephanie's on here too. Our awesome trainers at Orange Theory, who we missed already. It's been a week of what? Solid eating. And we miss you because I think it's going to be ugly once we all finally get back. Of course, I see the workouts have been posted online, but I haven't gotten that far yet. So there's our chicken, and it is ready. I'm going to move it out of the way here because I'm going to do the sauce. Now, normally I would make my own green enchilada sauce, and I have an amazing recipe from Sandy Tobias. She teaches cooking school here in Ventura. Her family used to own Familia Diaz in Santa Paula. Classic, forever Mexican restaurant that's here. So shout out to her. I do have a fabulous green sauce recipe, but since we're trying to use our pantry staples, I am using just a can of the green enchilada sauce here. But if you want to make your own, it is easy and delicious if you have tomatillos and a little time. So to make these on the skinny side, another cool thing, these don't have any cheese. Now, of course, I do grate some jack cheese, but the original recipe, if you want to make them skinny with the skinny tortillas and no cheese, you can. So here we go with I just put the 1 can of the chicken, the green enchilada sauce into the bowl here. You can see what's going on here. Got all my little things. Move them out of the way so you can see. Even got a glass dish. And then this is just no-fat Greek yogurt that I'm going to put, not the whole container, but a healthy amount of this here in this sauce to make it creamy. So really with a lot less fat and calories, you can use this. And we're going to make a creamy sauce. And then because really I don't have the patience to really roll enchiladas per se, we could, but I think I'm just going to do this casserole style. Because really to roll the enchiladas, you really need to fry the enchiladas in some oil to make them soft enough so you can roll the corn tortillas. But I don't really want to do that if we're trying to make these skinny. So you can do it a couple ways. If you heat up tortillas in the microwave, they get a little too dry to even roll them, so that doesn't really work. You can also do them, if you can see, but on the cooktop, you can do them. I have a gas cooktop, and you can heat the tortillas real quick on each side if you want to stand there and soften them that way without any oil, or you can just fry them in the oil and soften them up to do this. I did do one on the cooktop, so we just do a demo of one. Now I'm going to be making these in these dishes like this because I can make them for the neighbors, and I can freeze them, I can make them and give them away, but this is how I'm going to make them in these little pans that I found today on my shopping excursion for today, which was awesome. And let's see who I've got on here. Oh, hey Rhonda and Carol and Susan. Hi guys, don't forget, Susan and I are going to be live tomorrow at noon for Brunch and Bling, which will be totally fun. So noon tomorrow, tune in. We're going to make a couple amazing brunch dishes and go through a bunch of Susan's awesome bling. So let's make one of these here just for demo. I've got my tortilla that I did warm up. Move this down so you can see in my little camera here. I'm going to put a little bit of chicken inside the tortilla, and then I do have some fresh onion that I grated, that's grated here, just real fine diced. If these were just for us, I'd also use jalapeno or serrano because we like things spicy, but I won't. I also kept the onion from the cooking liquid. Can you see that? So I'm going to put one of those in there. And just for another fun touch, I had a sweet potato. So I roasted the sweet potato, pulled out the inside, and I'm going to put a little bit of that in there, really just for fun and because I had one, and I happen to love sweet potatoes. Now you could put cheese in this too. I'm not going to, but you could. And then we're just going to roll that up. Voila. Stick it seam side down in our pan like that and fill our pan. Now the other way to do this, that my sister sent me a FaceTime the other day, shout out to her, is take the pan. We're going to put a little bit of our sauce we just made in the bottom of the pan, which I could have done in the other pan too. before you put the enchiladas in. So see a little bit of sauce in here. Then I'm just going to take tortillas. I cut them into quarters here, into little slices. Because another thing, when you make enchiladas and they're all covered in cheese and you cut into the pan, you don't even know where your enchilada, like where the long thing would be anyway, right? Do you know? So let's just do it like layered style. So I'm going to make one here real quick. I'm going to put a quick layer of tortillas on the bottom of the pan here. I have them cut, ready to go, and I'm going to cover the whole bottom. And then I'm going to do this kind of lasagna style. So we've got a layer of tortillas. I'm going to put a little more sauce on top because the tortillas, I didn't fry them, so they're going to be a little bit on the dry side. Spread that out. And then, move my chicken so you guys can see. And then I'm going to put a layer of chicken in this. There you go. Is that better? Yes. You can see. Thing about Instagram, it's up and down. And let's see what we got here. I will have to type out the recipe, Carol, because I don't have it. I kind of took the recipe from Ronnie and Christina and kind of made it my own. But the inspiration recipe was this extra thin corn tortillas, and I thought it was really cool to take the Greek yogurt and mix it with the green sauce to make it creamy without making it really fattening. Because one of the things, you know, cheese, we all love cheese. I love cheese, but it is not your friend if you're trying to do those Orange Theory workouts. So I can't believe it. Signed up to do the dry try. It was supposed to be today. It was a 2,000 meter row, 300, I don't know what you call them, like calisthenics, push-ups and squats and burpees and everyone's favorite, burpees. And then a 5K, all, you know, in the gym. But it was canceled because we don't get to go to the gym. Okay, so there is a layer of tortillas and a layer of chicken in the pan. So then I'm going to do the sweet potatoes just because I made them and put them in here because it'll be yummy. I mean, what's not good with sweet potatoes, right? Yum. And then I'll put a little more sauce. I'm going to put a little bit of cheese on this, but I'll put it on the top because I will put a little cheese because it is Mexican food after all. And put a little more of our creamy sauce in here. Then I'll put another layer real quick of, now when my sister did a recipe like this, she was dipping these tortillas in butter. So she has a recipe that has spinach and ground beef in the middle of this. I'm using chicken and sweet potatoes and green tortilla sauce. But she has another one, but she was, of course, using butter. Yum! So we have here, let's see. So we're gonna do another layer here of the chicken. This chicken is delicious, by the way. Turned out great. It's nice and moist between, you know, putting a little bit of the extra stock back. And to do this for a weeknight for quick meals, you can just get a Costco chicken that's already cooked and boom, you're ready to go. Whereas I had these chicken breasts in the crock pot all day today getting ready for their debut. So there we go. I'm going to leave the chicken on top of this and do another layer of sauce. Now, I also have onions here that I could use that are all cooked already, that were in the cooking liquid, but I'm not going to use them because cooked onions are not my husband's favorite, so we will skip those. But I am going to spread this sauce out on the top of this and then put a little bit of cheese on top, and it is ready for the oven. Yum! So here, I just have jack cheese here. Went through the best invention ever in the Cuisinart. I shredded it all up, but didn't realize I had the blade on slice instead of grate. So got some slices on here. So we're just going to put those on there. And of course, what goes better with enchiladas than a margarita? It's everyone's favorite. My favorite margarita is some really good tequila on ice with a little bit of lime. And that is killer margarita. They have a soda at Trader Joe's that's elderberry soda that comes in a yellow can, like the skinny cans. And you put a little splash of that elderberry soda on top of the tequila and the fresh lime juice. Hello! It's delicious. Gives you a little bit of sweetness and a little bit of that elderberry taste, and it's just delish. So there we go with that. We have covered the top with a little bit of jack cheese, and that one is ready to go into the oven, or we put the little lid on. These little things come with little lids. Of course, I washed these in hot soapy water, as hot as I could, to wash them before I did all this. So you put your little lid on it. I would put baking instructions on top of this if I was going to give it to a neighbor and tell them what to do, which would be preheat the oven to 350 and then put it in the oven for about 30 minutes or so until it's all hot and bubbly, and you're good to go. So that is today's skinny chicken enchiladas, and I'm going to be making a few more here. So I have a few more gifts for the neighbors. And if you have any questions or comments, you can leave them, and I'll put the recipe in the comments. And then don't forget to join us tomorrow at noon for brunch and bling. Oh, I'll show you. I'll give you a little heads up on one of our recipes we're going to make. We found this today. This is fresh organic dill at the farmer's market in Ventura today. I mean, look how beautiful this dill is. Oh my gosh, amazing. I cannot wait, and I love dill. So one of our brunch recipes for tomorrow involves dill. So we'll see you tomorrow at noon. Have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday night. If you know anyone that needs any errands run or any groceries or anything that we can do, we are happy to help in any way we can. So we will talk to you soon, and have enjoyed our time together.